Hey, good morning, church. Pastor Chris here, coming to you from the fabulous front seat of my vehicle. Not to worry, I'm not driving right now. I am parked. But as I was out and about this morning, I was just praying with the Lord and just observing people. I don't know if you've noticed this, but as we get closer to Christmas, and during this holiday season, we see people getting a little bit more chaotic as they are trying to get all their ducks in a row and get everything together for Christmas and celebrating with families. And so we see people a little bit more manic. At the same time, we recognize that we're supposed to be kind and we're supposed to be patient with one another, and it's the season to be joyful. All of these things that we collectively try to do during these times, and so we see people almost coding this chaos with that manic smile of like, Merry Christmas, but yet pushing forward in the things they want to do. It's just interesting to me, and the reason that got me thinking is, we've been celebrating Advent and just reminding ourselves as a church over this past month about what the season truly is all about, and recognizing a simultaneous remembrance that God was faithful to give us the Messiah, and an anticipation that he is going to come and reconcile all things to himself. Yet in the meantime, God has called us. We talked to this last week about God has called us to be a kingdom of priests. We are of the priesthood of Jesus Christ, and how God was intentional to show how he clothed his priests with clothing that set them apart from the world. And so as we look around in the world, we see people kind of trying to deal with things, with the chaos of life and the frustrations and the inconveniences in the way that the world shows them to. But we as believers, we're not called to answer those things in the way that the world does. Why? Because the Lord has supplied us abundantly in a different way, in which we're able to practice hope. We're able to practice peace and joy and the love of Christ. In John chapter 14, right before Jesus ascends into heaven, he instructs his disciples, "My peace I give to you. My peace I leave with you. I don't give as the world gives, so do not let your heart be troubled." And I think what's so poignant about that passage is the recognition of one, Jesus gives us of his peace. Now, if you think about the life of Jesus, Jesus came as a baby into a chaotic world. I mean, his parents, Mary and Joseph, had to flee their homeland because the king was trying to tyrannically wipe out all of the children of his age. I mean, if that's not chaotic, I don't know what is. And in the same way, Jesus left a world that was still very chaotic. Now, what was the difference? Jesus, in the midst of all that chaos, practiced peace. When we look at the life of Jesus, we might even describe it as a little bit chaotic, yet Jesus himself was not chaotic. And we see that is because he had peace with God. And so that shows us that we can also practice that same peace. Not only this, we are more assured of that because Jesus says, "My peace I give to you." That word peace in Hebrew is so amazing. In the Hebrew lettering, if you broke down every character, the way that it would spell out shalom, it actually means to destroy the authority connected to chaos. That's an active word. That's more than just, okay, be tranquil. Okay, just don't let stuff bother you. No. Peace is an active destruction of the authority over chaos. Who's the authority over chaos? The enemy, Satan. And so the peace that Jesus offers us is the ability to destroy the authority over that chaos. It doesn't remove us from it, but Jesus says it gives us the power to not allow ourselves to be troubled. Don't let your hearts be troubled. And so during this season, as we're looking around, allow yourself to act as one of his priests, ministering to the world around you. The world is struggling in this world, trying to find peace, drawing from it, but Jesus doesn't give as the world gives. Jesus gives in accordance to his Holy Spirit. Church, you are a part of the priesthood of Christ because of the Holy Spirit God has given to you. This week, we're going to look a little bit more at what God has given us in allowing us to partake of his Holy Spirit as a precious gift. I pray you can come join us this Sunday. Invite a friend, 8:45 or 11:15 a.m. as we continue our study of Advent. I love you. I pray this encourages you and that you have a blessed day.